Hello, I'm Nicky from Explosive Multimedia. It's nice to have you again in my video and welcome to our YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to be looking at the topic tag, understanding the signal flow in audio production. Signal flow is the movement of your signal, or if you want to say audio movement, from the source through the input, processing, then outputs to give what you know as your sound production. We're going to look at different routing that you need to go through to have a clean and better production. If you're ready, let's start. The first thing we want to look at is the fundamentals you need in signal flow, and these are the source, the input, just as I've said earlier on. What are your source? That is the mic, the instrument, say acoustic guitar, bass guitar, electric guitar, and the likes. Firstly, it goes through your mixer, pass through the preamp on the mixer, then the preamp can be monitored through the gain. If you are new to the world of sound, you can check out our video on gain structure to know better on how to use gain. Then it goes through your mixer. Then from your mixer, you pass it through your processors. We have different type of processors. Shortly from now, we're going to talk about different type of or different ways you can pass through your mixer to the amplifier. So after that, you send it to your processors, which are the processing units, then straight down to the output unit, which starts from your amplifier, then your speaker. We are going to be looking at different ways at which pass this signal through our amplifier. Okay, let's start. There are several ways at which we can route in our signal to give the desired results, and this can be divided into 3, or if you want to go a step higher, maybe 4. And the first one is the full range setup, which is a classified as the simplest way to do your setup. And while the second one is the biamp, when we go a little bit further to subdivide our signal into 2. Then the third one is the triamp, that we can actually go a little bit complex by dividing the signal into 3. And if you want to go a little bit more complex than that, we can have it a 4-way method of setup. So we're going to look at each of these setup to see how you can actually go about it and have the best use of your equipment. Okay, before we go straight to the explanation and the fundamentals of full range, biamp, triamp, and 4-way setup, we're going to be having a series, a practical series, that will show to you each of the setup. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to be explaining to you different ways at which you can achieve all this signal flow and all this routing. Stay tuned. Alright, let's talk about full range. What are the things you need in your full range setup? The first thing is your source, the lead vocals, the guitar, the bass guitar, the drums, which are your source. Then we go to the input device, your microphone, your pickup, and likes. Then you need your mixer. Then from your mixer, you go straight to the processor. The common processor here is our EQ. And maybe if you want to go a little bit complex, you use your compressor, limiter, effect box, and the likes. Then from there, you go direct to your amplifier, and from the amplifier to the speaker. When you have this setup like this, that is your full range setup. Don't forget, you need a full range speaker to accommodate this kind of setup. For the bi-amp signal processing, the game changer here is our crossover. You know, during the explanation for the full range, all the signals are going straight to a particular box of speakers. But in our bi-amp, we have a game changer, which is our crossover, that actually splits the frequency into two parts. One, we accommodate the high mid and the high, and the second one will go for the low mid and the low. So what are the things you need to achieve the bi-amp setup? The first thing is still your source, then straight to your mixer, then from your mixer you go straight to your processors, and part of your processor is what our crossover is. So the first thing you want to go through is through your EQ, so that you'll be able to EQ your production. Then from your EQ you go straight to your crossover. Then from your crossover, it will be splitted into two: the high and the low. So then from your high outputs, it goes to one input channel of your amplifier. Then the low output of your crossover goes straight to another channel that will feed your low speaker. So take note, in bi-amp signal processing, you have two speakers, one that cater for the mid, high mid and the high, and another one that cater for the lows, which is the low mid and the low. So when you have it set up this way, you'll be able to control your high separate from your low, and that is what we know as bi-amp setup. For all our subscribers, thank you for encouraging us. We want to encourage you to look out for our advert on the live session that will be coming up soon. It's going to be an interactive live streaming, and please, we want to encourage you to come up with your different questions, and we'll be here to answer you live and direct. The dates will be communicated to us soon. And if you are new to this channel, please, I want you to click the subscribe button. Encourage us to put more videos out for your support. Thank you. And for the tri-amp and 4-way setup, the process is similar to what we have in our bi-amp. It's just that we are going a little bit more complex to split our signal into either low, mid and high, or low mid, high and low. That means when we are doing a tri-amp setup, we need 3 channels of amplifier that will redirect our signal from the crossover to. Take for instance, we have a mid-range speaker, we have a tweeter box, and we have a subwoofer, and we have a crossover that accommodates both high, mid and low. What we do is to send the signal from the high to one particular channel of the amplifier, then send to the tweeter box, then another one from the mid to the amplifier, then to the mid-range speaker, then the last one coming out from the low to the channel of amplifier that will go straight to our subwoofer. Then if it is 4-way section, we divide it into 3, and we will be able to control our high separately from the rest, the mid, high mid from the rest, then the low mid, then the low frequency. So it's quite interesting to know that signal flow can be this flexible, and depending on what you have at your disposal, it gives you flexibility to adjust based on the acoustic of your room. So whenever you have a complex environment and you have all these tools at your disposal, please go for the best that will suit or solve the solution, be the solution to your problem. I will see you at the practical session. Bye.